Hello and welcome to Benko's podcast, or the Benko podcast. So, hopefully you are all doing okay today and stay safe, and we're joined by BeanyBoy.
Hello!
There we are, there's BeanyBoy. Just a second ago I burnt in my nostrils with drinking water. It went up my nose and then down my nose. Oh, it's terrible, I tell you.
It's the worst, honestly.
Yes. You're currently sitting on like a couch in my screen.
On yours?
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a couch?
Yeah, I placed you on top of a couch. You know that picture that I sent you? I placed you on top of a couch. You're just chilling. Let me see if I can get you a screenshot for you, Beanie.
I'm trying to draw your...
Okay.
I'm trying to draw your tree stump right now.
Yes. It is named Okay, to be more exact.
Okay, cool.
As that, you can just call it my vtuber avatar.
Okay.
I remember I made one decision before I continued being okay. And that is, make all the jokes of okay before people can make the jokes of okay. Okay, I'll send you what it looks like.
Alright.
There we go. You're on the couch.
Nice, I'm sitting on the couch.
Yes.
Thanks.
It's an image that I customized by decorating it using a realistic photo.
Yeah, I might have to get off soon because I'm gonna have to go to bed. I'm trying to, fix my sleep schedule before school comes back on.
Okay. Well, we'll have 5 more minutes and then you can go.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. What do you want to talk about then?
I think we'll start on one topic and we'll just see where that takes us. So,
Okay.
countries.
What?
Countries.
Countries? What's your favourite country?
Ooh. Oh, I probably should have prepared for that. But.
Well, I'll give you a second to think.
Probably Spain. I
like
really
Spain?
like Spanish. I don't know why. I like Spain and I like Mexico.
Yeah.
It's just.
They
don't know
have a
why,
lot
just
of culture. It's just there's a lot of problems in the countries that, would need to be solved.
I love the culture, the foods. Everything's just so good about Spain. I love it there.
Yeah.
It's nice and hot. There's always a good amount of wind, so you're never too hot.
Yeah, that seems nice.
I went to Malaga once. It was the best.
What did you do there?
Well, I went on a tour bus. I went to the beach.
Seems very cool.
The tour bus went up into the Malagan Mountains. It was very, very cool, actually.
Hey.
We also saw some police up there. It was amazing. That was probably my favourite holiday that I've been on.
Did you see any crabs while you were on holiday?
Unfortunately not. I've never seen a crab in person.
What?
I've never seen a crab in person.
You never seen a crab in person?
I've never seen a crab in person.
I remember getting chased by a claw of a crab by I think it was one of my grandparents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah, my granddad.
Chased crab?
Yeah, with a crab claw. It was scary.
Wait, your granddad or one of your grandparents were being chased by a crab?
No, they chased me with a crab claw. It was scary. Oh, there was this one time that there was a bunch of crabs. There's crabs in these crab pools, right? So we're looking for crabs. We're scooping them out, and then we find this ginormous one, and it's ginormous, I tell you. This thing could chop off your finger if it wanted to. That's how big it was. I don't actually know what happened to it, but I know that it was a big crab that day. It was huge.
That must have been very scary.
I think if you're ever looking to go find crabs, you go to like a warm kind of beach in the UK and all that. But you want to look for crab pools.
What? I don't think there are any warm beaches in the UK.
Well, it's our temperature. I remember one. It's not Burnt Island. I'm trying to think of that one beach that's like a very nice beach, and when it's like the right temperature, it's kind of warm. I remember there was so many jellyfishes that day. There was like ginormous red ones, normal ones. We even got one in a bucket.
Jellyfish are strange creatures.
Yeah, they're quite strange.
Yeah.
It's strange how they can just come back to life.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if they're deceased, they can still sting you.
Yeah.
It's weird. Actually, have you ever been to Ayr?
Ayr?
Yeah.
I've been to Ayr. You mean what? Repeat that for me.
Ayr in Scotland.
Yeah, I've been to Ayr in Scotland once that I can remember.
Yeah, Ayr has beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
You always get covered in sand. I'm pretty sure there's jellyfish down at Ayr as well.
Yeah. I think the worst part about going to a beach is when you have to scrub all of the sand off of you. Because it's really sore.
It's the worst. It's not even like it's painful, it's just there's always, like, even after 3 days after being away from the beach, you'll always just find a little tiny bit of sand in your hair or under your leg or something.
Yeah. You want to hear a fact? You know what's in sand?
What's in sand?
Quartz.
What?
There's quartz in sand.
There's quartz in sand?
If you looked at every sand in the world, you'd always find quartz. Because quartz is such a thing in sand that it's common. It's basically what makes up sand and makes it so, different. There's just a lot of quartz. I remember one time eating sand. That just came into mind. I ate sand once.
Why? Why would you?
I like the saltiness. Don't know why.
That is incredibly strange.
I know.
And probably a little bit on.
I would never do it again, but I ate it once.
Yeah, that's probably not very healthy.
I know. Especially with the quartz, that stuff can stay in you for years.
Actually, do you know what kind of creature a trilobite is?
What's a trilobite?
A trilobite is like a... I like to think that it's a crab, but I don't know if it's, like, it could be a crab, but it might not be. It's a very ancient... A trilobite is like... It's like a fossil trilobite. It's... I don't know if it's a crab or if it's...
I would say that they're more related to the... Let me take this off so people can see what a trilobite is. This is a trilobite.
Yeah, trilobite.
I would say it's more related to the spider than actually a, crab. My favourite, I think my favourite animal in the water has to be a horseshoe crab. They're basically the same thing as a trilobite, but just different species.
I like horseshoe crabs. They're good.
Yeah.
I like crabs as well, though. I don't know why. I just love sea life.
Yeah. If you think about it, all crabs underwater are basically spiders.
Yeah,
they're just water.
The ants of the sea.
Did you know that horseshoe crabs' stingers aren't really stingers? They're more to slip them back over.
Wow. The world is such a cruel place.
I know.
There's lies, even in the name of sea life.
They're also more closely related to arachnids, such as spiders, ticks, and scorpions. It's quite hard, I tell you.
don't understand how like.
Well, they're kind of spider-like.
Things that carry poison, like I don't understand how that doesn't affect their body. Like, how does it not poison them?
Oh, you want to hear a fact about horseshoe crabs?
I would. I love facts.
Horseshoe crabs get drained of their blue blood, like in the picture that I'm showing on camera now.
Blue blood is very...
Blue blood is actually very important. Let me... Blood. Blue blood. No, that's just a movie called Blue Blood. Blue blood meaning. No, that's not what I want. You know what? I'm gonna have to do that there while I search for this bluebird. Blood, not bird.
It's alright, I know the struggle of English.
I know.
It's a very strange language.
I'm trying to find the right thing for bluebird. Different colors of blood. Okay, here it is. So, there is about 4 different colors of blood. There is green. Let me get this off the screen. There is green blood, there's blue blood, there's purple blood, and there's red blood. They're all different compounds. Some take more oxygen than others, some take less oxygen.
I'm pretty sure scorpions have green blood. I believe they do.
Okay, let me check this for a second. So, red blood is respiratory pigment of hemoglobin. Humans are most other vertebrates. Humans and most other vertebrates contains iron that binds to oxygen, oxygenated the blood, bright red. Deoxygenated blood, dark red, and also black, because it can turn oil looking. Blue is for respiratory pigment of hemocyanin. I can't say that word. And it's for crustaceans, squids, octopus, and mollusks. I can't say that word. Contains copper that binds to oxygen. That's why they're blue, because there's copper in their blood.
Nice.
Oxygenated blood, blue. Deoxygenated blood, colorless.
Sorry, something happened there. It's like my Discord crashed, but the call continued.
Hey.
I don't... It was very strange.
I know you went quiet there. I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, it was like my Discord crashed, but it didn't at the same time. It's weird, but...
Yeah, that does sound weird. So, for green blood, it's chlorotrurin. And it's for airforms, leeches, and some marine worms. Contains iron that binds to oxygen. Oxygenated blood, green. And deoxygenated is light green. And then purple is marine worms and brachiopods. Contains iron that binds to oxygen. Oxygenated blood, purple. And then when it's not oxygenated, it's, you know, colorless. Sounds very interesting, huh? You there? Beanie?
Yes.
You know how many trilobites exist today?
How many?
22,000 species.
Wow. That is way more than I would have expected.
The last extant trilobites finally disappeared in the mass extinction at the end of the Permian period, about 251 million years ago. And trilobites were among the most successful of the early animals, existing in the oceans for 270 million years, with over 22,000 species having been described. And also, I want to pull out another fact. that they probably survived the Great Dying. Have you ever heard of the Great Dying?
No, I don't know what the Great Dying is.
The Great Dying is where most of all Earth's animals, creatures, trees, and all that were wiped out. Mostly, all of them. And that would eventually lead to dinosaurs rising from reptiles.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, they eventually came from after the Great Dying, eventually, you know, after hard fought struggles. But that's how we have crocodiles and sharks and all that. Because they came from, you know, well, they didn't come from another species. They all came from, like, you know, a few different, you know, split off points. And then they just evolved for, you know, what kind of hunting style or, you know, habitats that they needed to evolve into.
Do you think that before humans there were dinosaurs, and then before the dinosaurs there was a different race?
That would be... I can't remember.
Everything on Earth had died, and then the dinosaurs came, then the dinosaurs died, and then we came.
Wait 1 second. Creatures before dinosaurs.
Creatures before dinosaurs, yeah.
Let me check that out for you. Okay. We had something that kind of looks like a shark. Ah, you know the sail. You know an ark. You know the you know an ark. You know the big lizard that has a big like sail on the back of it.
A spinal? Yeah, Spinosaurus.
No, not the Spinosaurus. The little one.
That is a. Hold on, I need to remember this. If I don't remember this, I'm gonna be disappointed in myself.
I have its name if you want to hear it.
It's not a Demorphodon. It is. Oh, tell me. God damn it, that's Dimetrodon, that's what it is. Damn it, I'm really annoyed.
That was the creature that came before dinosaurs.
Dimetrodons?
Yeah.
Those are them?
Yeah, they managed to actually survive the Great Dying into the early dinosaur period, and then eventually died off.
But what on Earth did die in the first Great Dying before the dinos all died?
Well, ginormous... Well, let me find it, there it is. The ginormous dragonfly, the Maganura, actually died in it.
Yeah, Meganeurus.
The Scotiosaurus, the water dinosaur. No wait, it kind of looks like a... It's kind of like a... if you put a refrigerator on legs, it kind of looks like that.
A fridge on legs?
Yeah, and then it had a tiny head.
Dino?
What
dino are we talking about?
Let me copy and paste it to you.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Do that. What we're talking about here. So we're both on the same page. Scatosaurus.
Yes.
That's what it is. Scatosaurus. Scatosaurus. It looks... It's got like an Ankylosaurus's head, and then a Carbonomus's body.
Yeah. It's one of the creatures... It's one of the biggest and best creatures before the Great Dying.
That would be quite a big dinosaur though. Like, that is quite big.
Yeah, it was primarily a grass eater, I'm pretty sure.
Listen to this, right? Those things, the Scatosaurus lived 265.1 million years ago.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
That is incredible.
The dinosaurs were only 75 million years ago.
And that was 265 million.
Yeah.
When did Scatosaurus go extinct? Because of the mass extinction event.
Yeah, okay. The Great Dying.
When was Scatosaurus alive? Oh my That is a long time.
298 billion years ago.
It was alive between 264 and 252 million years ago.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
It's a very long time ago.
Like, you don't think how much history this planet has went through until you realise how much, you know, great dyings, ice ages, and all that have happened.
Yeah, people don't realise how big numbers millions actually are. Like, see if you count 1, then you go to 10. 1 is 1/10 of a 10. 1 is 1/10 of 1. Oh wow, math is confusing.
I know.
1 is 1/10 of 1. So 1 would be 1/millionth of 1.
Yeah.
That is 1 million is 10 1,000s to make up 1 million. To get 1 billion though, that's 10 1 millions. That's 10 100 millions actually.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Have you heard of the arthropleura?
Arthropleura? Yes.
Yeah, the long millipede.
It has an acid spit.
Yes. It was a herbivore that fed on dead plants.
Dead plants? Wow.
It existed around in Europe and North America around 345 million years ago to 290 million years ago. Like,
have you heard about Titanoboa?
Titanoboa, the big boa.
Titanoboa? Yeah, it's a huge snake.
Yeah.
Like, huge. Look up Titanoboa and just look at those pictures. I'm pretty sure there's one of the pictures that have a size comparison compared to a human. It is incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
It is massive.
I'm pretty sure they actually have... Yeah, they do have a museum, man.
Yeah, they do. Titanoboa is an extinct genus of giant boid. The family that includes all boas and anacondas. Snake that lived in what is now La Guajira in northeastern Colombia during the Middle and Late Pliocene. Dinosaurs are an incredible thing.
Yeah. Well, these aren't even counted as dinosaurs. These are before dinosaurs.
Lizards.
They can't be called lizards.
Yeah, these are...
They've come from 3 different, like, species. You there? You cut out there, Beanie. Let's see. Beanie, you there? Oh, there you are. I heard you a little. There you are.
Sorry, I just had to mute myself and unmute myself because something was up there. Did you know that Argentavis didn't go extinct too long ago? They went extinct 10,000 years ago.
That's quite a long time.
Which, well, I mean, compared to other dinos, it's...
Yeah. How long ago again?
Only a fraction. 10,000 years ago, roughly.
Yeah. So that's about our early humans.
Imagine Argentavis were still around today.
Yeah, that would be quite crazy.
Could a human... No, Argentavis... Hang on. No, Argentavis magnificens could not have lifted humans off the ground and flown away with them. When you consider the size of the bird and the size of a human, it's not just practical. After all, imagine an adult human weighing about 160 pounds. That could be the same weight as the bird. Oh, okay.
That's strange. Have you heard of
Somebody asked... No.
Someone asked that?
No, you go.
Okay. I was gonna
Someone
let you go first,
asked
but
Argent Davis pick up a. Someone asked,
that
can an
was quite
Argent Davis
strange.
pick up a. An Argent Davis cannot pick up a Rex. The Rex
Eh.
weighs
There
100
was a
more
bird,
pounds.
I think back in the 1800s, that could pick up a small child.
A small child?
Yeah, about a
What
toddler or
size
a
was
little bit taller than a toddler.
Quetzalcoatlus northropi? Damn, that's actually a long name. Quetzalcoatlus northropi.
Yeah.
Northropi. Pterosaur which rode the skies for millions of years alongside a newly discovered relative.
Have you
Okay,
heard
so
of the... You going first?
Have I heard of?
Okay.
Have I heard of what?
Have you heard of the Carboniferous period?
Carbonimus?
The Carboniferous period.
Carboniferous. Hang on.
Yes. It goes from the 359 million years ago to 299 million years ago. During the late Plesiozoic era, the term Carboniferous comes from England in reference to the rich deposits of coal that occur there. These deposits of coal occur throughout North America, Asia. What?
Carboniferous.
Eh. But there was so much oxygen back in that time that there was ginormous, dragonflies, snakes, stuff, and all that.
Yeah.
It's really, a great time,
Hang
I
on.
tell you.
Meganura fossil. Imagine being the only human to live back then. That would be terrifying, but it would
Eh.
be incredible. Like if you could actually calm those dinos enough to gain their trust, that would be. If you were able to come back to modern day from that time and tell people, hello, by the way, I became friends with a Giganotosaurus, they would not believe you.
You just appear
Nobody
on
would
like
believe you.
a T-Rex on like the front lawns of like, famous people.
Yeah, even if you got like photos, nobody would believe you.
I know.
They would be like, nah, it's probably fake.
And then you
See,
go
if
on
you
a
look up
rampage with your...
Meganure fossils, the first one is like, it shows you exactly what Meganures would have looked like. It's what they did look like. It's. I want to be an archaeologist, but I feel like
Isn't the
searching in
Meganeurus dragonfly?
yeah, it's a very big dragonfly, like very big.
Yeah.
Meganura is about the size of 4 kidneys.
Yeah. It's about the size of a pelvic bone.
Yeah. Alright, hold on, I will be back in like a minute.
Ah, okay. Meganura. Quite big. So, hopefully you are doing okay today and staying safe as well. Oh, did I? I accidentally got rid of Beanie there. There we go, there's Beanie back.
I am Melody. I priestess of the sun god Garrock. I know you must absorb mutant life energy to retain your power and so on. Garrock is wise. Garrock he is a very dear children. Garrock is life.
turning of the mech.
The power of Garrock will
Wait 1 second, me. Oh, so that's empty.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, hello there. How you doing? You there?
Alright. Yeah, I'm still here.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to hop off in like 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, right. I have an important question for you.
What?
What do you think brought humanity to the state that we're in?
Lead
Do
fuel.
you think modern day is a good place? Or is it a bad place? Or is it
It's
somewhat
a good
possible?
place. Because back in the day, you would either die before your 17th birthday to like smallpox or something like that. Stuff that, is preventable today, but, anti-vaxxers are bringing it back now with polio and all that. But I think, in today's, time we have vaccines for these diseases. Back then we didn't really... We had a plague doctor,
Yeah, true. Sure.
And what helpful were they doing? Because they changed their outfit later on. And it turns out the linseed oil that they used to oil up their suit was actually protecting them from the insects that were on people, killing them. The mites, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think plague doctors were definitely they played a very important role.
Yeah.
Back, like, way back when. That was like 100, 200 years ago that we had like the Black Plague and the Iron Lung.
That was 400 years ago, I think.
Well, what we do know is that it was over 200 years ago. And that's in the past. Do you think...
Wait, what did you just say?
I said that's all in the past now. I mean, like...
It's not in the past. The plague is still going on today.
The Black Plague?
Yeah, it's still alive. It's still going. It's in Madagascar now. It's still spread all over the world. They're currently combing and killing rats in Madagascar to stop the bubonic plague going on there.
Modern day Black Plague. It still exists today in the world and in rural areas of the US. It is?
It's all throughout, California and all that. Texas north of that. A little bit to the east.
No, it's alright. Nobody's died from the Black Plague since 1924. So we can definitely cure it. No, like...
we don't have any cures for it still.
Modern day, we could probably slow it down until we find a cure. But we couldn't cure it properly unless we give like loads of...
You know how many deaths it caused? 75 to 200 million.
What?
It cut down Europe by 2 of its 3/4 of life.
Black Plague Calca.
It happened from the 1300s.
75 to 100 million. Oh my.
It caused more deaths than World War II and World War I combined.
The Black Death killed 75% of the population. Only 25% of the population survived the Black Death.
That's quite a lot.
That is terrifying.
I know.
I think doctors, like, in the modern day, like today, they're working as hard as they can, and there's just people sitting on the internet
talking anti-vax and that.
They're like, oh no, doctors can be doing more. Why don't you?
Vaccines aren't real.
See how hard it is to find a cure for cancer. Well, I don't like the internet. I mean, I like it, I like a certain side, but there's one side that I just hate.
There's
I
just too
despise
much
it.
badness.
Uh-huh.
You want to hear a
It's
fact
like-
about where the bubonic plague came from?
You know, the origin of the pneumonic plague would probably be an interesting fact.
Okay, so here's how the story goes. During the Mongol hordes from Mongolia, the Golden Hordes and all that, during that time, how they marched all the way to the gates of Europe, basically. They went into Russia and demolished Russia and, you know, Poland and all that. But during that time, there was one nation that was, well, not nation, a city, that they could not break into. It was that sturdy because they could get supplied by the sea, the Black Sea. I think it was in Crimea. So, they... Well, let's see, so, because they kept getting supplied by the ocean, they couldn't really take the place, so eventually they would give up, and then the Mongols decided to leave Europe and go back, you know, home, because they needed to attend a funeral and other stuff like that, that's what they say. But they chucked diseased bodies into the city that would eventually cause an outbreak, and because the city was a shipping city, it spread to the rest of Europe due to Venice Republic being, you know, one of the best traders, and Genova. Is it Genoa? Genoa, I think it's called. And all that being like the best, you know, trading nations at the time. Sea trade was at the highest and all that. And it really, you know, went, everywhere. Basically, the quarantine thing that we do today was made by Italians to stay in the ship for a certain amount of days to make sure they didn't carry it.
Wow.
I know, it was terrible.
That sounds like the worst time periods for anyone, for
Yeah.
anything.
It really was.
Actually, speaking of time periods, what time period would you like want to live in the most? Like, if you had to pick a time period throughout all of human history, when and where would you live?
Let's see.
When
Let's
and
see.
where?
Where would I live and what time?
When and where?
Well, you can live anywhere. You could live in any time. I would probably pick the 1800s. Like, if I had all of the no problems, then I would pick the 1800s.
Actually, not
Like,
just
Just 1840s onwards, I think.
1840s.
Onwards.
Actually, I'll probably pick. Actually, no, wait. 1840s?
Yeah.
Because that would be.
It'd be
No,
before
but-
the American Civil War, about 20 years.
Yeah, no, wait. The Great Depression was after World War One, not World War
Yeah.
Two.
It was
Yeah,
the 1930s.
Uh-huh. So, 1940, you would want to live?
1840.
18. Okay.
Yeah. If I did not age and just lived in a, you know, secluded place in the wilderness, probably the 1840s, but still going to the city, you know, wise.
If I had to pick a time and a place,
With no
To live.
problems.
I would live. Where would I live? Where would I live? Where would I live? I think I would probably live in Britain, but like round about the 1800s, I would say, in Britain.
Hey.
Because
If you had to stay the same age, what age would you pick?
if I had to be an age,
Yeah, forever. That years.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be old enough to get picked out and go and fight in a war, but I don't want to be too young.
Yeah,
so I'll
because you
pick
would get sent into the mines.
About 14.
14?
14.
Really?
14, yeah.
You would pick, like, 15?
Well, I mean, what age would you have to be to
16.
16?
Yeah. 16 to go to war.
I would say 14, because then I would have a good year of... I would have a good, like, 2 years of not having to fight.
Yeah.
And then I also wouldn't have to go into the mine.
Yeah. That seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Because 14, I would have a good 2 year to be preparing myself for what horrors.
Well, you don't age, so...
I don't age?
Yeah, that's the whole
Lily.
point.
Well, I mean, 14's still a good age, because I've still got some youth, and 15's
But then
when,
you could be very short.
15 is, like, when you start growing a beard and stuff. That's when your mustache and beard and stuff. So, I would pick 14. Because I like a nice, fresh face without hair all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1800s in Great Britain as a 14-year-old. That's where I would be.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good, time.
That's when and where I would be.
So, what kind of part of Britain at the time would you pick?
What kind of
Time, but,
What?
Certain place, town.
town? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My people are liberated. I do not ask him out.
Ooh.
You can't think of one?
I don't actually know.
Well, you would not want to be near one of the mining centres, I tell you. The oxygen around there would be terrible.
Yeah.
I think the best spots would be wooded areas. Okay, and I do think our time is up for me to now.
Yeah, I've had a good time on this with this chat.
I better end the Benko podcast here.
This is part 1 finished, part 2 coming soon.
Yes. Okay, have a nice day, safe, up to sample, maybe some more juice, sneakers and vitamins. Very important, and bye-bye, see you next time, have a nice day, bye-bye!